beautiful friends, welcome back to my kitchen, or welcome if you're new here. Today we're making RABO ENCENDIDO. This is a Cuban classic. It's an oxtail stew with onions and peppers, a little bit of wine, lots of spices. In English it translates to like a fiery oxtail, you could say. Oxtail, if you're not familiar with it, is literally the tail of the cow. It is such a succulent, delicate type of meat. It's absolutely flavorful. Fun fact, this is poor people food because the people that couldn't afford the really nice part of the cow would make oxtail, because that's the stuff that they would, the tail is something that they would usually throw away. It's actually quite expensive nowadays. I bought this like a little bit over 2 pounds of meat, and it's about $30, so it's quite expensive. But you should definitely make this because it's chef's kiss. It's so delicious. Let me show you the ingredients so we can go ahead and get started, because this does have to cook for a long time. We have our oxtail. You're gonna need some pepper, onion. Here I have some red wine. You can always use white wine if you don't have. I personally like the red wine because it just provides a little more richness to the actual stew. So that's personally what I'm using today, but I made it with white and it's absolutely delicious. Tomato sauce, red green pepper, some garlic, a little bit of white wine vinegar, and in here I have my spices, which are some cumin, paprika, oregano, and some chili flakes. This is like one of the very few recipes, well, Cuban recipes, that will call for spicy, because we cannot handle our spice for anything. Some bay leaves and a little packet of sazon goya with culantro and achote. That is pretty much everything you're gonna need. Obviously, you're gonna need your salt and pepper. First thing we're gonna do is season our meat. I'm going to turn my heat to medium high because the first thing we're gonna do is sear the oxtails. So medium high, big pot. You want it really, really nice and hot. We are going to season the meat with a little bit of salt and pepper. Nicely seasoned with salt and pepper all around. You also want your meat to be fairly dry. You don't want it to have a bunch of juices or anything like that. If that is the case, make sure you dab it with a little paper towel to remove any excess moisture. That way you can nicely sear your oxtail. Good amount of pepper. My pot is nice and hot. Now I'm going to add just a light drizzle of olive oil. So you can see very little, about a tablespoon. You don't want to add a lot of oil because the oxtail is very, very greasy. We just want enough so nothing really sticks. Now we are going to sear the oxtail. This is exactly what you want to hear. Lots of sizzling going on. Make sure you don't overcrowd your pan. If you're making more than this, make sure you're using a very big pan. Once you get a nice sear on one side, you want to flip it and sear it on the other side. The oxtail, as you can see, it's looking great. It has developed lots of nice color, so you want to remove it and place it on a plate. So at this point you want to bring your heat to medium, and I believe I'm going to add just a drizzle more of oil because it just needs, but be careful, you only want a tiny little bit. I'm going to add in the onions and the peppers, and as you can see I chopped them quite big just because since this has to cook for so long, you want to be able to really get little pieces of onion and pepper, so you don't want to cut them too small. We want to cook it for just a few minutes. You just want them slightly tender. We are going to add the garlic at this point. We want to go in with our spices. So you're going to add all of your spices to the pan. You want to stir just to get everything nicely combined. And we're just gonna cook this for about 30 more seconds to really let the garlic cook for a little bit. It's time to deglaze the pan. So I like to put the heat on low. You want to add your wine and you just want to stir. Make sure you scrape the bottom of the pan just so you lift all of those beautiful bits because that equals flavor. So you want to lift it and incorporate it into your sauce. I'm going to let the wine cook now on medium for about 4 minutes. The wine has been cooking for a few minutes, so now it's time to add the meat back into the pot. So we just want to add everything, juices and all. We're gonna give it a good stir. Now we add the tomato sauce all over the top, and make sure you rinse your can with a little bit of water because look how much tomato sauce there's still in here. So you want to swoosh it around just to get every bit of that tomato sauce out of there. And now we add the rest of the water. I think I forgot to tell you that you needed water, but we needed some water. We add the bay leaves. Now you want to give this one quick stir to get that tomato sauce really nicely incorporated. Now that all of our ingredients are in the pot, it's time to cover it. We're gonna bring the heat to low, and now this has to cook low and slow for, I would say, about 2 hours. I haven't added my white wine vinegar. I like to add it right at the end. The taste is so rich that we need to cut it with a little bit of acidity. So that's where the white wine vinegar comes in. So I like to add it right at the end. I also didn't add any more salt just because since this has to cook for so long and the liquid is going to reduce so much, you could end up with a very salty dish if you season it too much at the beginning. So I personally prefer to season it at the end, and make sure you stir it once in a while so nothing sticks. So I'll be back here to show you the final result. The oxtail has been cooking, as you can see, for about 3 hours, and look how beautiful. It's literally falling apart. As you can see, it's quite greasy, but that's how it's supposed to be. There's really no way around it. I personally like to finish mine off with just some olives, my little bit of vinegar. We mix that very well, and I like to add a little bit fresh cilantro right on top just to make it extra yummy. I cannot wait to serve this because I've been waiting literally hours to eat this. And now in here I just have some plain old white rice. I have an avocado salad. Very simple. This is just some sliced onions, avocado, a little bit of lime juice, and a little bit of salt. That's all you need. I'm keeping it really simple. Obviously, you can serve this with tostones. You can serve it with maduros, pretty much anything you want. So I was talking to my mom, and she was telling me that some people like to add carrots and potatoes to it, and it kind of just makes everything, it just bulks up the stew a little bit more, because again, this kind of means quite expensive, but we have never really done it that way, and this is just how I like to eat it. So we got our little avocado. There we go. I did season it a little bit more with salt because it definitely needed more salt, but you want to do that right at the end. And this meat literally just falls off the bone. It melts in your mouth. So good. It's honestly such a treat. Get the written recipe on my website, anitasrecipes.com. There's always a direct link to it in my description box. Make it. I know you won't regret it. So flavorful, just succulent, beautiful. So make it, enjoy it. Leave me a comment down below if you like it as much as I do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.